All right, here's a quick how-to on how to build a page of the Innovator. One thing we're going to notice right away, I'm already in an issue of the Innovator. We typically copy our issues so that we get some of the same fonts brought back each time. Innovator has defined styles for captions, headers, and body text. You should never be changing those fonts away from our standard ones. So zoom in to make this a little bit easier to see. We typically work in two-page layouts. You want to make sure that under View you're in the Show Margin mode, so you see those blue lines that show you where the margins go. We're going to want to snap our text exactly to the margins, and we're going to want 1, 2, 3 columns of text, which means we are working in thirds. We should be justified, and we should have hyphenation on so that our columns look nice and crisp. If you're curious about the fonts, this is 9 point. Hold on. Sorry, let me apply the right style. If I apply the Innovator style, this should be a 9-point font. Let's see. Our 10-point PT Serif. It probably would work just fine in a 9-point font. And our first paragraph is not indented. That's in keeping with newspapers everywhere. The subsequent paragraphs should be, the subsequent paragraphs, everything after the first, is going to get indented. We can either use the body paragraph style to just do that automatically, or we can set the indent by hand. Typically, that will work. And we need to respect, oopsie daisies, respect the margins. Perfect. So this is now a good-looking page. You'll notice that the image I brought in, I was careful to size to be 2/3 of the size of the page, so it lines up with 2 columns. You can make 1, 2, or 3 column images. You don't want to make your image not fit with the alignments that are already on the page. If I were to, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I did that by Control and the scroll wheel. Let's say this is a pretty long article, and I needed to add a second text area. I could add the second, the second text area on my second page. Notice I'm working in a 2-page spread. And I'm going to think about how these pages look together. That little plus shows you are linking. And it may be impossible to do with my screencast tool, but if you hover over it, you will get a plus icon, and then you can drag to the other frame you're connecting to. Okay, so the plus shows me there's more text. This blue arrow is what I grab. I hover over it and I get a plus sign. Now I'm dragging, and this is showing where the text is going to flow. So when we're done here, it flows to the next page. My text flows onto here. This page, just like the last, I'm going to want to be in 3 columns, and I'm going to want hyphenation on, and I want those columns justified. Very nice. So now we have the gist of a page, justification on. Let me show you how the header works. This header should be like that. If we zoom in, you'll see I chose the font using the built-in styles here, paragraph styles headline, and that set this to chunk 5, and you can set the font size. And then this is Lacuna Italic. That's our sans serif font of choice. It's in a small caps variant that we use for bylines. I use paragraph style Innovator byline. in order to set that. It would be rational on a page like this to have a little caption up here, taking up the third column. Let me drag this text over. There's my caption. I'm going to move this. I probably actually want this to be aligned to the baseline of the image. Lucidpress is very nice about showing you alignment, so when it gets lined up, it'll sort of snap to. And now I'm going to choose the caption paragraph style. Let's see if I can find it. To actually see it, we'll use the subhead. That's going to put it in Lacuna Italic. 12 point looks too big. We're usually in 10-point font, so let's go back down to 10. Lovely. That now lines up here. I've got nice clean alignments. If I can make this picture fill this space, I will. I can. And then this guy is going to come down to align. Very nice. All right, so that's a basic look of a page. If I were going to, this page is too much text, so you might end up having an infographic or a chart or something to make that page more interesting. You notice I'm sort of obeying the rule of thirds here. There's 3 columns. 1/3 of this page is the image and the caption. 2/3 is this text. I might actually, reverse that over here. Maybe put some images along the column there. Let's see if I've got any nice images I like. You would be uploading images, obviously, that were related to your content. So again, when I place images, I'm not just going to stick it in any old size. I'm going to make it fit a column. And once the image is in, under the layout, you have to set text wrapping to on so that the text doesn't go right through the image. So there, we could imagine I might have a series of images down this side of the page, creating a nice little rhythm. Maybe a caption at the bottom. So when you want to get things aligned correctly, on this layout tab, there's the arrangement here. You can cleanly align to the right. You can distribute them evenly so that the spacing gets evened out. Very nice. So this is an example of a page. These would be 3 different images. Here's a header, a caption. We'd probably break this page up with some call-out quotes. Let me show you what those look like. I grab a new text box. I move it over. Maybe I want this one sort of lined up with the center of the page. Zoom in a bit. Make this the width of a single column. I have a call-out quote, pull-out quote text style. There's an example of my call-out. And I'm going to turn wrapping on under layout. And now things will wrap around my call-out quote. This is in Lacuna, and we have a decent looking page with a few elements to draw the eye, obeying the rule of third, and using our limited set of fonts. I hope this is helpful. All set.